Okay. Hello, guys. It's great to be back again, and I thought I could do some network stuff. In as much as we started looking at web application. You just can never go wrong with the network. So I decided to do this recording to show some stuff around network. This video will be emulating an attacker who is got correct for a host. So we have set up Windows Server 2022 data center evaluation. Then it's set up remote, so you won't see the server in the video. It's remotely configured, so we have it on network that the Kali Linux is on. So because I'm using a split screen or a screen extender, you're only going to be seeing the window where the Kali Linux is. And you might also catch me not looking at the camera. That's because the camera is positioned at an angle and it's not on my extension, which the Kali Linux is being run from. So let's play around the Windows server and see what we can fish out from it with a tool called Crackmapexec. We're using Crackmapexec. Crackmapexec, if I can spell that correctly. That's the tool, Crackmapexec. So we'll be running this tool today, and we'll be doing some fun stuff with the tool, hopefully, around the network. Let's see what we can pull out. As you can see, it's saying it's a Swiss Army knife for pen testing networks. So which means it's going to do us a lot of good, but mostly if we have credentials for the host. So like I told you, the Windows host is configured remotely, and we should be able to reach the Windows host from the Kali box. So quickly, I'm going to try to see if I can ping that host. That's the host 10.0.2.21, and then obviously yes, we can reach that host. So that's the Windows server. Maybe we run a basic nmap just to see. Maybe XSC. Who knows? Oh no. A scene scan. Then let's do a service version scan. I got a new keyboard, so I'm still trying to find my way around it. Service version scan. Then let's run that on all the ports. Let's just see, nothing else. Let's do this. 10.0.2. Oh my god, this keyboard is 3.21. Okay, I have to get used to it. This is my first recording with the keyboard, so I might still struggle a bit with it. Don't get put off by my lazy hands around the keyboard. It's a Microsoft keyboard, and it's not pretty, since it's an external keyboard, it's not pretty smooth like what I have on the MacBook or on the ThinkPad that is my powerhouse. So I'm still trying to find my way around it. Yeah, so the nmap is scanning. While it's scanning, basically we could use some other tools to look up on that server. Let's see, maybe on this other session, maybe I can split this screen again, put a vertical split here, or just put a super user, and that's, oh my god, I'm still struggling with the keyboard, sorry. I'm sure I'm gonna get used to it before the next video recording. So maybe we do some SMB enum, maybe enum for Linux. We're on tag A, then maybe we just on that server 21. Let's see what we can pull out from this if SMB is configured to. Oh great, so we can see it's server win, that's the name, win 6u whatever. Okay, great. The file server is configured. workstation service is configured, the domain workgroup is configured, it's the domain controller, you can see that flag here. Then the browse service is still there. Then we can see MS Browse, that's the domain name, is the master browser. And I think pretty much apart from the SID, there's nothing interesting here. That's SMB, what's it called? LM for Linux can actually see. So we'll wait for Nmap. We'll do some Nmap script scanning just to verify if we have SMB running, and we want to play around that. So we can still use I think it's NMB lookup. Let's see what options do we have here. Oh, Nmap is back, smooth. So let's go dig into that. Let's see what Nmap is actually showing us. My mouse also, I'm struggling with it, so please bear with me. All right, so we can see the port 53 is open, port 80 is open. It's the domain. It seems like it's the domain server as well. Simple DNS Plus. Okay, remember it's Windows Server 2022. That's the highest grade of the Windows Server series that you can ever find out there. So we just thought we could set it up and play around with it and see what we can do with it. It should be fun. So we have port 80 HTTP as usual. You can see it's running IIS HTTPD 10.0. That's the recent version. We've got port 88. The Kerberos service is running on that port 88. So for ticket management as well as the credentials management. Then we have port 135 MSRPC as usual. 139 NetBIOS, interesting. Okay, NetBIOS SSN is running, so we'll do some NetBIOS enumeration. Then we've got LDAP 389. I should know these ports by now. I believe you should know these ports. Then we've got it gives us the domain ecptsecure.org. Okay, then the sites it's telling us the default first site name. Great. So we've got 445 running SMB. So 445.139, it's actually almost the same service running, but one of them is running over TCP. That's the difference. So we see the SMB, the NetBIOS SSN, the NetBIOS over TCP as well on port 445 running there. Then we can see some other ports. Whoa, I see this key password thing. It's pretty smooth, nifty. You can use this port to do some good enumeration, fingering some finger. I think you can use the finger tool. Let me see if it's here. Oh, it's here. So what are the options? Let's say this is my host. I want to finger a remote host. Let's see if it's going to run on that. Okay. So I think it's running on my host only. So there's a tool utility you can actually use to enumerate because of this key password thing that is listening down the ports. Then we've got the NCAN HTTP. Okay, we've got the TCP wrapped. Also, this we can do some sweet stuff with this TCP wrap. Oh my God, this mouse is gonna mess me up tonight. Then we've got the LDAP listening on that port usually. Then we've got other services running on this port. So Nmap returns something good for us. So how about we search for? We use an Nmap script. Let's maybe check around, see if we can find some Nmap SMB scripts to play with. So we're going to, I didn't save the Nmap results. We just have an idea of that we're dealing with the Windows server. That's just what I want to show you. So I'm going to clear this. Then I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to run some Nmap scripts. Maybe just to do some further enumeration before we get into the details of what we want to be doing today, using the my God, Crackmapexec stuff. Okay, so let's run an Nmap. Let's do this on scripts. So we're going to run SMB and enum shares. let's run the scripts on port 445 since we know it's listening. TCP SMBO, then we'll put the host 10.0.2.21. Let's see what's going to come back at us. It should give us clear details on okay, so I might need to got some good results. I might need to push this a bit down just to create some space. The mouse is not cooperating with me, sorry about that. Okay, so let's go look at what we got. So we can see that there's the enum share script is done, enumerating shares failed. Well, that's bad, but we're able to still push some stuff. So we can see there's an admin share, right? Okay, great. We couldn't get detailed because we've seen the entity authority access 19, but there's anonymous access. So that's something you want to look out for. We see there's a $C share, also more like the default share, the IPC dollar default share as well. And all these have anonymous access. For this, it has anonymous access read. Okay, these ones don't because they're none, but this has a read anonymous access, so we could exploit to read files from this and see if it's possible we can jump from here to any of this other share. Then there's a net logon and no access. So that's done, brought some stuff for us, but we're going to still play around with some other nmap enumeration, SMB enumeration. Maybe that will help us do some other host discovery stuff, and then maybe some other fun stuff. Let's see if we can use the clear the screen. If we can use the nmap script, this time around I'm going to call the SMB protocol. The SMB protocols scripts. I'm just going to run it against the targets without the ports, and let's see. So we're running this. I think I should have dropped the ports in there, but I think it did run actually. It's just that it's going to run on all, scanning all the other ports. Should have kept the ports. But we can see here, suites. Here's one of the first bad configuration we can see from this brand new server. This is actually Windows Server 2020. 2. Remember I told you it's the highest grade and the most recent of them all. I think it was released this year. So we can see SMB version 1 had been configured to run. Well, by default, let me break it to you. By default, Windows will not activate this service on this new server. So I had actually done that from some bad configuration, just trying to show you. Most times this is done, maybe the server is going to be set up in an environment where you have other servers communicating with SMB version 1. So you find out that they will have to downgrade this server from version 3 to use version 1 so it can be backward compatible with other servers in the environment. So that's what I'm basically trying to demonstrate here for you guys. Great, so we can see SMB protocol is running. The dialect with which is using to communicate is NCLM 0.12, which is version 1. And straight up, it's telling us that this is dangerous, but it's the default. So our business is that it's the default. That's what we want to exploit. We can as well see orders that are configured there, but this is the default. So like I told you, this was done for backward compatibility purpose. So great, now that that's off the way, let's go look at some other nmap scripts. Maybe we run some more scripts. This time around we're going to, let's say we run on port 139. Remember I told you this is NetBIOS. So let's see. It's basically the same thing, so we're good. I think we're game. Then let's maybe do some further, I think we did the OS discovery thing already. So, no, we didn't do that. So let's run the OS discovery scripts. Maybe that will show us some fun stuff. SMB, I think that's SMB OS discovery. Yeah, SMB OS discovery. So let's run these scripts. NSE and see. Okay, great. So we can see some fun stuff. SMB OS discovery is back with, it told us exactly. So you can now, you can believe me, you can see there's Windows Server 2022 data center evaluation. That's the highest grade. of the Windows Server series you can get. As at now, the computer name, the NetBIOS name. This is also very useful details to always look out for the NetBIOS name. Then the domain, you can see the domain. Once again, I've configured the cptsecure.org domain, trying to brand it to my company logo. So you can see the forest, it's the forest as well, and it's got the fully qualified domain name, FQDN, as the Wayne dash. I should probably have changed the name of the server, but I didn't bother doing that anyways. So it also gave us a timestamp coming from the server. Remember I told you the server is remote somewhere, so you can see it on my screen here. So great, this gives us some pretty cool stuff which we can walk around with, but maybe we still do some further digging. Let's say we use some other tools that are not Mmap to do SMB enumeration on the remote Windows box. See what we can find. We'll just use some other tools that comes pre-installed with Kali Linux. So walk with me. I'm going to clear the screen. Then I'm going to be running maybe multiple of them concurrently just to save some time. So walk with me. Now from the Mmap scan, we've been able to see the server name. We've been able to see the shares available. We saw the IPC dollar, we saw the C dollar, we saw the admin share, and we saw that on the IPC dollar there is read access configured on that share. So let's say we use the tool, I think it's NMB lookup. Sorry, NMB lookup. So I'll run this all on 10.0.2.21. Great, this was pretty fast. Again, verifying the domain name, we can see that's been verified there. It also threw the MAC address at us. We can see the MAC address being thrown at us. So we can see that there's the Wayne whatever. Look at this. Remember I told you that's actually the server name. We can still use the MBT scan, another tool. So I'm going to clear this. We're still doing enum. Remember, good enumeration helps you anyways. MBT scan on 10.0.2. Oh my god, 10.0.2.21. Great. Again, we verified that Wayne 6 UK whatever I told you, which means that is actually there on that server. So we can still do some more playing around. Maybe to just verify, but I think it's just going to be dumping the same thing at us. Since it's there, there's no point validating it. Maybe I run this command again, and this time around I'll make it MBT stats. It's not installed. MBT stats. Oh, MB stats. Sorry, my bad. Oh, MBT stats. Wow, how come it's not installed on this Kali Linux? Sorry, let me see if I can get it from the repo. Is it there? Oh, that's bad. Sorry. So we can't work with that too. Usually, I thought it should be integrated, although it's a Windows utility, but most times should be integrated. We can actually see it from the Kali. But anyways, no stress. We had done a proper verification. We could also use the basic ping utility. Let me show you a quick trick. I could use the ping utility, but I'm going to append attack A if it's going to allow me. And beyond the fact that we can see the time to leave value, we can see other details. Remember I told you that from ping we can tell if it's a Windows or a Linux server. So look at this. Remember we see, I told you the time to leave for Windows is 128. If I was pinging a Linux server, maybe I should show you that. Let me try to ping my MacBook. I think the MacBook is live. Let me verify the IP address, and I'll try to ping it just to show you something. If that was a Mac, let me verify the IP. of the MacBook. I'm not sure it's online. Doesn't look like it's online. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so let me try. Okay, I just want to show you with the Linux box, or maybe I should ping myself. I should ping myself. Okay, ping 10.0. Oh my god, 2.15. Great. So look at that. So look at the time to live for this Linux. I'm pinging the Linux box. See 64. Now that's one of the first set of things you should know as an ethical hacker or maybe a penetration tester. You can from basic ping, you can identify the hosts. If it's a Windows host or a Linux host. If this was a Mac host, trust me, it's going to be 64 also because it's based on the Linux distribution. But when it's a Windows host, you can clearly see it's throwing me 128. So even without knowing what kind of host is behind this IP, from the ping, I can tell that it's a Windows host because I can see the time to live value as 128. Okay, you must always keep that little trick handy because it's going to save you lots of stress sometime in the future. Okay, let me not sound like no pun intended. Okay, great. So let's clear the screen. Now we've done some random enum. We can still go on and on and on and on. We've done a map. We could do the SMB map if it's on this box. I don't know. Let me verify. Oh, it's there. So let's see this one on the host 10.0.2.21. Let's see what it's going to give us. If it's going to give us anything. Well, it gave us, told us it's the pod is open, but it didn't list the shares for us. Not cool enough. Okay, so we could try this since it didn't list. I'm not sure why it didn't list. This is rare. Is the server still up? Yeah. So maybe some good configuration had been done on the server. Okay, great. So let's try the SMB clients. There's two called SMB clients. I'm trying to list 10.0.2.21. Remember, we're still playing around. Oh, okay. So I want to log in, but it's asking me for the work group root's password. Okay, I don't have that. I don't have that. Okay, so maybe I try the regular SMB clients on that IP. I think I can use the DAC. What is that? Let's go see. Just want to do some passive enumeration. I don't want to do active. I was trying the that would get me logged into the box. I was going to do some just passive enum, but I cannot log in. But let me do a little nifty trick. See if it's going to fly. Usually when this happens, I just do this. Okay, so it's telling me SMB1 disabled, no workgroup available. Okay, anonymous login. That's what I did actually. I just pressed enter again, trying to anonymously connect to that box. It's a little trick that sometimes comes handy, but this time around it didn't work for me. Too bad. Okay, so we've practically run all these commands. I just want to show you how we can do enumeration around the box. All we've been doing is enumeration. So now let's skip all the formalities and get into the details of today. So I thought we'll be using the Crackmapexec utility. I just want to show you a few stuff around it. Let's see how much more we can take so I don't get this video pretty too long. Now I'm looking at the camera. Okay, so I'm moving my eyes off the camera back to my Kali screen so I can do some work. So let's start by probably just scanning the whole network range. I could use the Crackmapexec command, or I could use the CME command. It's the same thing. So 10.0.2.0/ 24. So I'm scanning the whole subnets. Let's see what we can find. Whoa, this is strange. Very strange. Okay. Very strange to me. I'm gonna try that again. So let's go do some H and see, look around and see what we're not doing right. Unless I did not get the complete version downloaded and installed. This is bad. So we can only do SMB, WinRM, SQL, LDAP. Too bad. It's not a complete suit. I don't have the complete suit, but it's fine. Let's go do our emulation. Remember I told you we're trying to emulate someone who's got credentials for that Windows server. So I'll be putting in the credentials, admin credentials. So let's run a Crackmapexec. This time around we'll put the IP of the server. Then we'll put the user, administrator. I hope it's correct. Now we'll put the password. Maybe we'll put this in. As usual, I love to use the password, the keyboard password. Alright, great. So let's put a command. Let's execute the command. Who am I? See if it's going to throw. Oh my god. Argument protocol invalid choice. So what is wrong with Crackmapexec? So let me go see. Let me go see the config file. So I can use this. Let me see. Maybe it's refusing to work fine from my. I already set up the environment variable, so I'm not sure why it's giving me some crappy. I'll paste this here. Let's see. So we've got Crackmap is at the py. So maybe we use the command Python 3. The py 0.2.21. I'm going to try that again. 24. Let's see. So it's throwing back the same invalid choice. So is it that it's not recognizing the IP? So do I need to wrap that IP? Give me a minute. Do I need to wrap that IP around a single quote? Maybe that will help us do the magic. See? Oh no, that didn't work. So that's pretty bad. Somebody's wrong with this. So we have to fix this as usual. Let's run the tag h10 cme tag h. Why is it not recognizing the hosts? The IP address we're sending it to is not recognizing it. SMB WinRM. I was going to use SMB and RM. Something is obviously wrong somewhere, because this command looks pretty okay to me. It looks pretty okay to me. Yeah, it's a problem with the IP. So maybe I change the order. So I'll put the tag U first. Then I'll put the IP address after the password. Is it looking for order? That still didn't work. Too bad. Invalid choice administrator. That's crappy. Okay. Let's go do some debugging. So maybe it's expecting win RM. Okay. See where the brain comes to work. Okay, so I have to use my brain and start thinking what it's looking for. Okay, great. So we can see what the problem lies. So it wants a command for the allowed protocol in front before you can execute a command. So that's pretty bad because we're limited with this version. So maybe I need to go down, git clone the complete version that can give me the flexibility of doing everything I want to do. Okay, because this is going to limit me. Okay, great. So I'm able to execute the command. Who am I? And it came back and gave me the server, the build, and WSMan is running, but it didn't give me what I really want. So I'm going to run that command again. Let me try this time around. I'm going to use SMB. Let me see if this will do the charm. Status logon failed, so I cannot remotely log on to that server. Is that what it's telling me? Okay, so how about we try something? I'm gonna clear the screen. What's that thing? It's a Remina. Apps install. Whoa. Okay, some Google might help at this point. I can't remember the name exactly. Is it Remina or Remina? Is it Remina? Let's do some Google. Okay, so it's Remina. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my terminal. It's not installed. Okay, so let's try Remina. Oh, great. So I could use the X3RDP also, but I think I want to use Remina. This comes default installed. Yeah, this one is installed by default. I want to use Remina because S3RDP, I cannot remember the command exactly of how that's going to work, but I could check that out. Don't mind me. You just type this. You should give me the commands. Okay, so this is the usage. I want to try to remote authenticate to that box. So user, password, and domain. So I'm going to grab this command Oh my god, my mouse is behaving like it's got some possession. Some demonic possession. Oh my god. This mouse suck. Okay, so I'm gonna try, let's clear the screen. I'm gonna try to do this. I'll clean this up. We have cptsecure.org. And put the password here. Then we put the user here. Then we'll put the domain here. Okay, so let's execute this and see. Okay, so let's go look at this. What is it saying? Resetting error states. So it's RDP running on that server. I think we saw RDP in our mmap scan. We saw DNS name not found. Oh, okay. So I think I get this Kali Linux box is not connected to the domain. So maybe the DNS is going to look for the DNS name in the internet. It's looking for this on the internet, and that's not going to work. I think that's where we're having this problem here from. So what it's trying to do is trying to go do some internet lookup, and that's not going to work. Let me try this Remina stuff. See if I can execute it. Okay, so let's, if this one will work for us. Oh, come on, get out of here. So let's do some RDP stuff. And it's been a while I used this stuff anyways, don't mind me. Okay, so in RDP, stuff like this, it's been a while I used it. So the server is 10.0.2.21. The username is, when I was still very active playing Capture the Flag. These were my go-to tools to do some funny stuff. But I got pretty busy, and because you can't run all this on a company's environment, they'll block you. I think I don't want to supply the domain. I don't want it to go do some name resolution. Let me see if I can connect. Accept the certificate. Take it. Okay. So is it smiling at us? Yeah. I think it is. I can do some. Oh, great. So we're in that box. That's the Windows box, like I told you. It's remote. So we're already in the box now. We can see the box. So I think at this point it's like game over for us, because with the username and password we're remotely connected to the box. This is the server. What else do I need to do? If I have this access, I can, from this Remina platform like this, I can do a bunch of stuff. I could exfiltrate data. Maybe there's a useful information somewhere on the desktop I want to steal, or in any folder. I'm connected to the box already remotely. I can do anything I want to do. So the weakness here is that RDP is configured, but only set up for username and password. A better way to implement RDP here would have been maybe to use secure authentication, another authentication factor, maybe a 2FA, or maybe use a certificate better. So user cannot just authenticate RDP using username and password only. So at this point, it's game over. Practically, it's game over. There's nothing I want to waste my time doing but I want to cancel this because I don't want it to be game over yet. That will be pretty too short game. So I just want to show you that there are tools that you can use. So you see I pull down this tool and I just use it to get in the box straight live. But I'm going to cancel this. We don't want to do that easy way out. So let's go try and run some of these tools again and see if they will give us some smile. So I see this one is refusing to give us a smile. So we're going to try something else. Maybe this time around, you see if we can execute maybe .exe stuff and do some SMB exec. So let's do the Crackmapexec on SMB. That host. The administrator user still. I'm going to wrap all this in single quotes. Maybe it's not giving me a smile because sometimes these things can just be very annoying. So I've actually seen a lot. It might just be one simple thing and it's giving you the headache of your life and you just hate it. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to try this again and see if this time it's going to run actually. Okay, this didn't work. I can see here SMB version 1 is actually, okay, I think I see our problem. Message signing is turned on. Message signing is turned on, so it won't allow us to do anything we're doing. But I could shut it down, you know. Let's get back our RDP shell and see if we can go shut down the message signing on the Windows server. What do you guys think? Good, let's try that out. Oh my god. Okay, so give me a minute. Just attending to a quick email. So let's sorry, I was attending to something. So let's get back our Remina session and let's go do some RDP fun stuff here. So the server is 10.0.2.21. The username is administrator. The password is I don't want to use the domain because I don't want that name resolution trash to put me on. Let's see if I can get a bigger screen. I'm gonna get a bigger screen. Maybe this might work. Okay, so we'll connect and see. Give us a certificate. Damn you, give us a certificate. Okay, so we've got a screen. Oh, it's pretty small still. No. Oh, okay, it's big. I think I can stretch this. Oh, excellent. Cool. What is fun than just getting an RDP session and stealing all the credits and doing everything you have to do. Smooth sailing. Smooth criminal. Smooth criminal. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some registry stuff here today. So I'm going to look for reg edits. I want to change some registry keys to allow me to disable this message signing thing. So I'm going to look for the register. The register is in let's go the way up. So the top. Okay, it's HK local machine. HK local machine. We're going down to system. And we're going down to current control sets. this mouse, please stop giving me the crap. Okay, current control sets, then we'll go down to services, then we'll go all the way down to LAN manager control. Let's go look for that. LAN server. Oh, I think we'll find it here. So under LAN server, we can go to parameter, and in parameter we will see the registry value. So we'll look for security sign-in, enable security sign-in. Look at this. Let me open this. See, set to 1, so which means it's going to, you must sign the message. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it to 0. It might force us to restart the server, but who cares? We're just a hacker trying to do stuff remotely. So if you look at what is happening, if the user is looking at the server, maybe at the time when we're doing all this, trust me, the user won't see anything we're doing. The server could even have a lock screen covering it. We just created a remote session to the server, and even if the user is looking at the server, because I'm actually looking at the server now. I'm sorry, I'm not even logged in as an admin, so I'm trying to log in now. So, but I won't do that anyways because it might throw me out from this session I have. So, which means, you see, a pretty cool time to try this is maybe when everybody's sleeping. Or maybe when they're on break and you're just doing your stuff. So I'm going to remotely disable, unset this registry key. What I need to do is just put it on 0. So that key that requires message signing, I'm shutting it down. Click OK. So enable security signing, I've set it to 0. So which means message signing has been disabled. That's what I just did now. Alright, great. You could set other keys here. If you look at here, there are a bunch of other keys. That's one funny thing about Windows, right? It's more like same permissions in Linux. But it's fun, you know. I could shut down services, I could change registry keys, and allow me to do some very pretty nifty, cool stuff here. But anyways, that's not for today. So we just shut down that registry key. So we're going to maybe kill the session. Thank you. We're done with you. Go away. Ciao. So kill that session and kill Remnant. Okay, great. So let's go back again and do some fun stuff and see this time around what we're gonna get. We can kill you. And let's run this again. So maybe I need to restart. I should have restarted the server. I should have started restarting the server. Oh my god, I didn't restart it. They're still showing me the message signing is true. I should have restarted the server. Oh no. Okay guys, the video is already pretty long, so I'm going to stop this. I think I will do another session probably tomorrow morning. Let me also rest my eyes from the screen. But anyways, I've got this new lab setup, so I've got a bigger screen, which makes it pretty much easy for me to look at it for a long time, because the small screen was actually dealing with my eyes, and my glasses suck really bad. See, it suck really bad. In fact, I will stop using it because it was spoiling my eyes, or it was spoiling my eyes. Ciao. So this is it for today, but I've got a bigger screen. I'm trying to set up the lab properly. I'll also try to get, I'm trying to get a camera, better camera, and also trying to get not just a better camera, to get a better microphone. So very soon you'll be seeing my microphone, studio microphone, to get good quality sound, and we'll be ready for YouTube. At this point in time, we're not there yet for YouTube, but we're almost there. But once we've got the camera thing and we've got the microphone, then we'll be ready for YouTube. But I'm sorry I can't go on with this stuff because it's going to just block me anything I do. I can only see that message signing is there, and it won't allow me to do anything. Maybe let me try to see if I can list users, because I'm actually using the credentials, but you see it's not even allowing me to. So let me try to see if I can list users, if that's going to work. So I'm going to run tac list L users. It's going to throw back at me. Should I be on WinRM? Because the credentials are correct. Let's see, win RM. Oh no. So unrecognized arguments. It's not recognizing that argument. So that's bad. Anyways, I think two things I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to get the full version of Crackmapexec. Then I'm going to also disable that message signing thing on the server, so we can get past all this wahala and have some fun doing our stuff. So, but for now, let me try basic SSH, see if I can SSH that box. It's gonna work. I don't know. I'm just gonna remove this. And run SSH. Let's see if we can SSH. Oh, it seems like it's working. I don't know. It's taking too long. Now I'm concerned. Okay, we could have just used the basic SSH. Administrator at 10.0.2.21. Who cares? Oh, okay, so probably it's the same thing. So there's a delay. Maybe it's looking for certificates or domain, probably. So I guess that server is not configured to allow SSH, probably because this delay is now too long. Okay, but anyways, guys, I'm stopping this here. Trust me, there's still some fun stuff to come with this series as well. So two things to look out for. Look out for the web application. Next, I'll be uploading a video today and share the link with you for the start of the web application series. Then I'm not sure if I'll upload this video, but I'll see. If it's not very large. If it is large, I'll just chill, fix the problem, then I'll record the video tomorrow. So I sign out here. Peace out. Peace on ya.